Hi guys, I'm Matt.
And I'm Rabea.
And this is Sound Like on Andertons TV.
So it's a nice loud day in Andertons music store in Guildford.
Sehr loud.
It is indeed. It's smashingly loud.
Smashing, yes. My ears feel like pumpkins.
If I was a pumpkin, I'd like to get smashed.
Smashing Pumpkins. You've requested it?
It's one of the pioneering bands of the 90s, the grunge scene. Hugely influential.
Yeah, it's still big today.
Yep, Siamese Dream was a pioneering album at its time. You know, even Rob Chapman is a huge fan.
He is actually.
So he was really excited to know we were going to be doing this one today.
Yes, so we're going to attempt in our greatest wisdom to get some gear together and sound like Billy Corgan / Smashing Pumpkins, and on that note we'll see you later. Yes, as some of you may know, Billy Corgan has a signature reference, which is this. I always think it looks a bit like, maybe Iron Man or some kind of superhero thing with these little panel things going on.
It's very cool.
It is very cool.
And this is actually, well, it's listed here as $8.99, but it's on a cheeky sale down at $7.49.
Yes.
And there's a few available, so if you do like the look of this guitar and hopefully the way it sounds when we plug it in later, then check it out. Railhammer pickups.
Yes, his signature pair.
The cool thing about the Railhammer stuff, and also a lot of the Reverend stuff, is in the circuitry they have this kind of low-end boost. I'm not quite sure yet. I'll find out the special circuitry inside this guitar. But yeah, this is the one if we wanted to get closer to Billy Corgan.
I don't think we can go anywhere else.
There you go. Amplifiers.
Amplificazione.
Billy Corgan uses the JMP1 rack preamp.
Just in case anyone contradicts us on that statement, he's also used lots and lots of amps. Lots and lots of different gear.
We've seen him with diesels, Voxes, old school
Fenders. Yeah, loads of stuff. So
apparently that was the mainstay for a long time.
Yeah, and also with a couple of particular pedals. So I think our good friend, the DSL-40,
which by the way,
will come into play. This might be the final time we ever use a DSL-40.
Well, you never know.
You never know.
But it could be. Who knows? But it's down at what? How much is it now?
It's now £499. The guitar is actually down, as we said before, to £749. So that is £1,248.
Which gives us
English pounds.
Yeah, which if on our normal without busting £1,500 budget, we got roughly $250 left for the pedals. We definitely need to get the Big Muff Pie.
Yes, and maybe something else. But we've got £250 left for Billy Corgan.
Let's go and see what pedals we can get.
Okay.
So the Big Muff Pie is what, £89 roughly, something like that.
Something like that.
So, you know, like there's still a bit of money left in our budget, and I think it is worth getting another fuzz to put on top.
He does as well kind of have a lot of specific sounds for specific songs.
Yes,
so
he does.
We have to be conscious of, which, you know, it depends on what we want to play, you know, which bits we need.
But I think it's really important that we get that fuzzy distortion tone.
That's the main thing, the main like riff sound. I read about the MXR Distortion 2 being a thing.
Okay.
So whether something MXR might work or whether we just take a bit of a punt.
I think we punt it.
Okay.
So Matt has very kindly grabbed the Big Muff Pie.
Yes, in its box.
It is in its box, and we've got the DSL ready to go. We've got the Billy Corgan Reverend. So we are just going to grab on a punt
on a whim
another fuzz pedal probably to stack on top. So we're going to have a look around and then go to the video room. We'll see you there. back in the video room.
Yes, we are indeed in this day's fine video of sounding like the Smashing Pumpkins.
This is the last video of the day.
Last one of the day, so words may be mumbled.
Exactly. And on that note, what we're going to be doing is taking you through the gear that we've picked to sound like Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins. But before we do that, it's worth pointing out what you're doing.
It's worth pointing out that I am actually trying to sound like James Iha of Smashing Pumpkins as well. As they're a two-guitar band, it's the focus is really on Billy Corgan. But yes, bit of context.
This is the guitar that I am using, and this is, in fairness to it, a really cool guitar. This is the Reverend Billy Corgan signature guitar. It's got his signature rail hammer pickups in it, and it's got, essentially you've got a three-way toggle, volume, tone, and then you've got like a bass boost that you can dial in and out as much as you want. So it really is quite awesome. And it drives an amp in a really nice way.
It sounds huge.
It does. Has locking tuners, maple neck, and to be fair, it plays great and it sounds wicked. I'm going straight into the Electro-Harmonix Big Muff. It's the standard Big Muff that everybody knows and loves. He was famous for using that, and to be fair to it, it's awesome. It really does the job. But then actually we said we were going to stack another fuzz on top because that's also what Billy Corgan's famous for doing. So we found the way huge Russian pickle fuzz, and in fairness to that, it's a killer sounding fuzz. Providing the volume, the Marshall DSL 40C, and we're running it on the classic gain, and I've got the crunch. I do have the crunch in, and I've sort of been riding it depending on what song we're doing. So before we get into Matt's rig, I'll really quickly just show you the tones. This is what it sounds like. It's worth pointing out that although there's quite a bit of reverb in there, I'm running the gain at 3/4. Again, the crunch is in, so that's how we're getting that sound. But what I can also do is throw in the bass boost. So check this out. Of course, Billy Corgan isn't much of a kind of...
He's not a shred guy.
No, he's not.
But
so we shouldn't
that
focus
is
on
a great feature, though.
It really...
I'm not entirely sure what it's doing, but it sounds... I don't know if it comes over on the mic either, but it sounds huge.
I think it's a combination of bass and also like a dB increase, like a boost. But like, again... I mean,
it's like a clean boost, really.
Yeah, and it's really making the amp work harder, and it's sounding really good for it. And it's worth pointing out that for the excerpts, I did have the bass boost in all the way. So... So that's the Big Muff in. Which sounds great. I'll just quickly swap over to the Russian pickle without, with.
That's a great sound.
It sounds wicked. Way more MIDI.
Did you use both of them together?
Oh, I had them both on at the same time, yeah.
Go on
so this is with them both on. I mean, it's a great sound.
That is huge.
It's massive.
It is.
And again, coming from this to
what
this.
a combo.
Yeah. I was saying when we were doing when we were actually doing the playing excerpts that I can understand why this is an addictive sound, especially in the era of grunge, because it's
totally.
It does sound grungy, you know.
Yeah.
It's that onomatopoeic.
But it's massive, especially with 2 guitars. It's just like a full-on sound. I'd like to see an octave thrown into that rig.
Oh, if only.
That would sound massive.
Yeah, it would. Octave and fuzz is the one.
I think we might have to do it.
We will. But until then, Matthew.
Me, everyone. Okay, so my rig. This is an Epiphone Les Paul Custom Pro. It's kind of like a Les Paul Custom that you'd expect from Gibson.
I love those guitars.
Epiphone version. Yeah, this is only about 500 quid.
Yeah.
And this actually really usefully had a bit of a core splitting function, which I used quite a lot to emulate some of the more stratty sounds.
Yeah.
That's running straight into here, which is the EHX, the Electro-Harmonix Small Stone, which is a phase shifter essentially, which I'll get onto in a minute. Straight into the Big Muff. I got this. I read a little bit about the fact that they used to share pedals, the 2 guys. It was quite a casual affair. So apparently he used the Big Muff as well. So there you go. And then I'm running this into the Fender Hot Rod Deluxe, which is a beautiful amp.
It's worth pointing out as well that the DSL-40 is $499, which, to be fair,
$499.
It's now even more affordable than it was originally.
I mean, I think it crept up to 600, didn't it?
Yeah, it was around
maybe
that.
even more.
So you're getting a nice chod off that price point, and I think, to be fair, the rig in itself, 2 fuzzes, this particular guitar, which you don't necessarily have to get, but you could get a Reverend. They do Railhammer pickup loaded other Reverend guitars, but yeah, the whole thing just sounds monstrous.
I've actually got to say, we've used the DSL-40 a lot of times, and I don't think I've ever heard it sound this good, aside from this rig. So that's just a little thing there.
And on that note, it's probably worth pointing out that that is how you sound like Smashing Pumpkins, hopefully, but you will be the judge.
Yes, let us know what you think. Let us know how you think we did. As usual, all the links to all the gear is in the description box below.
And comment in the comment section below about what you thought.
And if there's anyone you'd like to see us sound like next.
And on that note, I've been Rabea.
And on that note, I have been Matt.
This has been Sound Like on Andertons TV.
And on that note, goodbye.
And on that note, how many times have you said that?
On that note, shut up.
And on that note, I've got
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.